Hi guys, I'm Ryan Newsman and welcome to my fly tying channel. If you haven't already done so, consider hitting the subscribe button down below. That'll keep you up to date with everything as I upload it. My channel already contains hundreds of videos covering a wide range of both patterns and techniques, from the basic to the more advanced. So without delay, let's get on with the show. Hi guys, welcome back. So salmon fly tonight. This one is Greenwoods purple and brown shrimp. So I have here a treble hook, but tie this on whatever hook suits yourself. And I'm going to use a black thread. So we're going to do some of the tying here of the tail and then move it backwards so that we don't end up with a lot of bulk at the back. So first things first, I'm going to use some boar here that I have dyed up to be like fairy brown with a purple tip to it. Just gonna measure up the bunch there. I'm going to trim them off. Set that across at an angle and allow it to rotate up onto the top as you tie it on. And then I'm going to take a strand of pearl crystal here and I'm going to tie that on to be about 2/3 the length of the boar. And then I'm going to fold it back on itself and cut this other end of it off level with the first one. So boar doesn't like to compress, so I'm just going to put a little bit of super glue onto that, and then I'm going to wrap backwards into the arms of the treble. And as you can see now, I have my tail on but with very little bulk of the tying, and it saved trying to get your thread wraps in here to tie stuff on neatly. So next I'm going to put on a little butt section of a fine gold oval. So we're only going to put on 3 turns, say, of that. Tie that off and tie it up forwards. The reason for that is that we want a level underbody for the actual body portion of this fly. So next what I'm going to put on is a golden pheasant breast feather. Now you could wind this on, but what I'm going to do is to just set it on top. You can set it either which way around you want. If you set it with a concave bit out, you'll get a little bit of curvature to it. What I'm trying to do here is to envelop the fibers around the shank as I wrap it on. So the actual tip of the feather is on top, and that'll also add, because it has that curve to it, it'll add to the kick that this fly can get in the current. Once it's in place and all these fibers are sort of separated around, I can hold them backwards and then wrap back to meet the butt section. So it gives me the effect of a wound golden pheasant crest body in a way. Tie forward and trim that off. So for the body on this fly, I'm going to use a wide gold oval. So I'm going to tie that on at the front there and then wrap back until I get again to this butt section. Then I'll take my tying thread forward. So when I wrap this, because it's oval, it's kind of flat, so I'm going to super glue this upper edge of it because as I start to wrap, that will become the downward side of it that's close to the body, and it'll just give me added security. Body, run out, and it should help when you try to wrap down the taper. What the fuck? Just trim that off. Now, next I'm going to put on a brown furnace type hackle. Strip off the fluff, double the hackle, check out the info button there for the techniques playlist, and you'll get some more in-depth videos on how to do these sorts of things. Tie that in by its tip and fold it back, and then we're going to wrap that hackle on. Notice I'm just using my finger just to control the angles of the stalk as we wrap that on. Trim it off. Just going to force it back into shape. And then we need to get a couple of jungle cock eyes. I'm going to take one from each side of my cape. Just going to strip those back a bit. Tie one in on each side. Trim those off. Now you can fold them back as you tie them in if you want. And I'll do that in lots of other videos. This one's just a different way of doing it. So now they're tied in. Just to make sure they don't slip, a little run of super glue onto your thread and just wrap over that. And I think that in itself would make a nice sort of back end fly. But what we're going to do is add a magenta badger hackle here. So this is our magenta badger. Take one of these, strip off the fluff, double the hackle, nip out the tip, find the last little bit of stalk and wrap across that, flip it back, wrap over that again, and then wrap the hackle on. that in, fold back the stock, stroke all back. This is where you get stabbed in the fingers very easily, and then just create a nice little head, trim that off, and then that's time to finish the fly. So how I'm going to do this is to just run super glue on about 2 inches of thread, hold back my hackles and just wrap that. Finish it. I'm going to put a bit of clear varnish on that now. So just rotate the fly, keep dabbing little bits on at a time until they join. So that's our fly done. So that is Greenwoods brown and purple, or purple and brown, sure, whatever. Nice sort of autumn sort of palette of colours with that sort of gold flash coming from underneath. So hopefully you like what you see. So if you did, give us a like, subscribe, tell your friends, check out the other videos that are on my channel, and until next time, tight lines. Thanks for watching.